You're watching one of the most talked about legal sagas unfold in real time, and at the center of it all is Sean Diddy Combs, a name you've heard for decades, attached to music, business, fashion, and now, controversy. As you try to wrap your head around the legal proceedings and courtroom dynamics, you realize this case is far more than tabloid fodder. It's a critical juncture where celebrity influence and judicial integrity collide. The charges facing Combs may still be wrapped in legal jargon and under strict court orders. But what grabbed your attention was the judge's direct warning to him over what seemed like subtle courtroom behavior that could sway the jury. An eyebrow raise here, a knowing glance there, maybe even a faint smile. And suddenly, you understand that in a trial of this magnitude, even silence speaks volumes. You're taken into a courtroom pulsing with tension, where every move Diddy makes is under a microscope, surrounded by a sea of cameras, reporters, and tight-lipped attorneys. The judge's sharp admonition didn't come out of nowhere. It was a response to repeated instances where Combs appeared to be engaging the jury, even if passively. That might not sound like much at first, but as you dig deeper, you realize the rules of courtroom conduct are ironclad for a reason. Jurors must remain uninfluenced, and the very appearance of tampering, even without words, threatens the entire process. You start asking yourself, what exactly is jury tampering? It turns out it doesn't just mean bribes or coercion. It can include body language, subtle facial expressions, or any form of interaction that could suggest partiality. Now you're seeing why the judge couldn't let it slide. You think about the role of the judge, not just as a neutral referee, but as the guardian of the court's credibility, and you realize that maintaining decorum isn't about being strict, it's about ensuring that justice is real and not just a performance. As you watch Diddy's behavior interpreted in court, it dawns on you how easily charisma can blur the line between charm and manipulation, especially when someone as high-profile as Combs is sitting before the jury. Legal analysts start weighing in, and you hear contrasting takes. Some say the judge's warning was routine, others suggest it signals deeper concerns. Either way, you now understand it's not about the individual. It's about the message it sends to all parties watching. And speaking of watching, the media isn't letting a single detail go unnoticed. Headlines scream about courtroom drama, talk shows dissect every glance, and your social media feed lights up with hot takes from every corner. But you start to notice how hard it is to tell where the facts end and the frenzy begins. This media whirlwind isn't just distorting the truth, it's turning a serious judicial process into a spectacle. Still, you can't deny the entertainment factor. It's gripping, addictive even. But then you're reminded that the stakes are incredibly high. If jurors are even perceived as compromised, the entire trial could implode. Jurors dismissed, verdicts delayed, mistrials declared. The judge's warning, then, becomes not just about courtroom etiquette, but about the structural integrity of the trial itself. You start thinking back to other celebrity cases where courtroom behavior became a problem, whether it was O.J., Martha Stewart, or others. And it becomes clear that history often repeats itself when the line between fame and accountability becomes blurred. In this moment, Diddy's legal team pushes back, framing the warning as a misunderstanding, claiming he respects the court and didn't mean to exert influence. Maybe that's true, but in the eyes of the law, intent doesn't always matter. Perception does. Then you consider how social media has made this case bigger than the courtroom. TikToks go viral, Instagram stories share unauthorized footage, and suddenly, everyone's a legal expert. It feels like the jury isn't just in the box, it's the entire internet. Fans defend Combs with unwavering loyalty, convinced he's being targeted, while critics say it's about time someone of his stature is held accountable. As you scroll through public opinion, you notice how divisive it's become. Some argue it's a witch hunt. Others call it justice delayed. But regardless of what side you're on, the trial has become a cultural moment. It's not just about whether Combs is guilty or innocent. It's about how justice is administered in the glare of the spotlight. You're seeing in real time how this case could set a precedent. Future celebrity trials might now be judged not just on legal merit, but on courtroom demeanor, social influence, and media pressure. Judges might grow more vigilant, defense teams more cautious, and you, as a spectator, more skeptical. In the end, what you're witnessing is more than just a trial. It's a confrontation between the machinery of justice and the machinery of fame. When the judge warned Combs, it wasn't just about a few glances. It was a warning to everyone that in the courtroom, fairness isn't a formality, it's the foundation. And whether you're watching from the courtroom pews or your phone screen, you can feel the gravity of it all, a reminder that no matter how powerful someone may be, the rules of justice apply to everyone,